Internet, good morning. My name is Magnitude. Welcome back to the UBL Week 3 against Leo, 6 foot hacks, and the Durham Druddigons. This battle is certainly something. I am the heaviest underdog so far. Everyone in the Pick'em Discord, I think I'm picked to win 4 out of 19, so I'm 15-4 to win this game. If you guys enjoy this video and my content, be sure to leave a like. Those likes go a long way towards helping my channel. I'd really appreciate it if you could do that. And if you want to support the channel directly, you can go ahead and buy a t-shirt. Sawsbucks t-shirt, that link's in the description. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, all that stuff. I am bringing Torkoal, Gliscor, Blacephalon, Mega Manectric. Big thanks to James for playing the last 12 hours of that game within like an 18-hour span so I can get the Mega Manectric. So James, if you're watching, I know you are, you're the best, man. Weevil and Tornadus. My opponent's got Sableye, Steelix, Suicune, Clefable. That is a Talonflame and a Zapdos. Now, Leo's got the kind of team that I would just X out of on Showdown. There's no fucking way I'm sitting around for an hour playing this game. So I got to figure out, okay, you know, what am I going to do? I got to try to figure out some way, right? Some way to break this core. And I figure the best lead right now, the best lead is going to be Torkoal. He's not going to lead with Suicune, and anything else will be immediately threatened by an In the Sun Fire Blast. So he leads with Sableye. And immediately I go to Torkoal, and I'm thinking, you know, he could just think I'm going to go for Stealth Rocks, and I can just fucking fire off a Fire Blast. He also might think I might Shell Smash, or he might taunt me, he is faster than me, but I can fire off a Fire Blast. I still don't think he's going to go into Suicune. I think the Stealth Rocks are too obvious turn 1, but as you guys have been noticing, turn 1, I think of all 3 games, I've just been fucking going balls out and hitting as hard as I can. So he goes into Mega Sableye. I am faster than it with Fire Blast, which is great news. I hit it with the Fire Blast, and it's going to do a lot of damage. He's going to Shadow Ball me. That's totally fine. So now I'm pressed with this issue of, I'm left about half. I'm pressed with this issue of, do I want to go for a Solar Beam thinking that the Suicune's going to come in? Do I want to go for a Stealth Rock thinking the Suicune's going to come in? Do I want to go for a Shell Smash thinking the Suicune's going to come in? Shell Smash off the table because he's got Talonflame. Or do I want to fire off another Fire Blast in case he thinks I'm going to do one of those 3 things and just kill the Sableye? So I figure, you know what? Even if he goes into Suicune, I have answers for that. There's no way he brought a Crocoon if it's Suicune, right? So Sableye goes down early. Easy, right? Easy. Suicune, there's no way he brought Crocoon. I have Toxicroak and Vaporeon. He's going to need an attack and move other than a Water-type move on Suicune. So now he goes into Zapdos, and I'm thinking, fuck it. I got Torkoal in here. I'm about to say a phrase that no one's ever uttered in the history of Pokemon. I'm going to offensively pressure with Torkoal. Early game. But right now, I'm thinking he's just going to go for a Thunderbolt. Fuck it. Right in Manectric. Give me that Lightning Rod boost. Now, this turn, we both took a lot of time deciding on what we want. This match took a while in actual playtime wise. He calculated he could live a hit. But I thought, you know, he might just go into Steel, expecting me to go for a Thunderbolt. If he can't live a hit, you know, if he's fully offensive, if he's some kind of weird like Scarf Set or something like that. Not weird Scarf. If it's Scarf Set, then you might switch out on Steelix. But I just go for Fire Blast. There's a lot anyway in the Sun. It's 2-hit KO no matter what. And I burn him, which I don't know if that made a difference or not. He was still under the threshold for Stealth Rocks if I got him up even before the burn damage. He goes for Heat Wave. There's a lot of damage because we're in the Sun. This Torkoal is the right Torkoal for me, baby. So I just go to Thunderbolt now, and immediately we're up 6-4 on a Leo. So that is not something I imagine would happen. It's only been 6 turns. So Zapdos is dead, Sableye is dead, Sunlight's gone now. But he's going to go into Talonflame, and Talonflame's going to have those Gale Wings. So I got to make sure I get rid of, just get rid of some amount of HP. I need to make sure he does not have max HP. That way I can do damage with Gale Wings. So I go back into Torkoal, and I am going to end up getting the Sun Up, which is going to help his Flare Blitzes out. But I also want him to do more damage to himself. So he can, this thing is going to be a problem for me. So I figured I would kind of sacrifice, if he's doing more damage to me, he's also doing more damage to himself. But so Torkoal's going to come in here and eat that shit like nobody's biscuits. And now, that did like nothing to me. He is going to Flare Blitz me though, Torkoal is going to go down. But Torkoal immediately doing a lot of work, so I'm a big fan of that. Took out Sableye and really threatened and forced like a Thunderbolt on a Zapdos. He gets a crit, he didn't need that, that's fine. But now, he's out of Gale Wings range, which means, you know, Scarf Blacephalon come in and just kind of sweep him out of here. He is going to end up switching out. He is not going to want to be a part of this at all. He wants to try to keep Talonflame alive. And over the course of the game, my biggest threat was I got to worry about that Scarf Talonflame. So I have to keep Blacephalon on here. He does go into Suicune. And after watching how little they Shadow Ball, granted, I am, you know, I'm modest Scarf, but that is nothing. He is fully, but I did not see an item, which means he might be Calm Mind, Rest, Ice Beam, Scald. I don't know what he's going to go for here. I figured, you know what, I'm in the sun, Scald. I thought about going into Weevil, but I don't want to get burned by the Scald. So I go into Tornadus, take a hit, and I figure he is definitely going to Ice Beam me here. I can safely go into Weevil, because I need to get Weevil in, and I need to just hit it with a fat-ass knockoff. Because after seeing how much that U-turn did, I am a physically especially offensive Tornadus. He has no physical bulk at all, which means Choice Banded Weevil. And he does go for the Ice Beam, so I'm not worried about the burn at all. So I'm glad I was able to get this. He's probably got Rest, Combine, Ice Beam, and Skull is what I kind of guessed based off the set. I'm going to threaten him immediately. He knows that. He's got to get out of there. I almost clicked low kick, but I figured, fuck it. I'm just going to go ahead and knock off. It's going to do a lot to anyone that wants to come in, unless that thing's Clefable, and he's got a Fire MZ, which I thought that might be a possibility. So I do knock off. That does a lot of damage. He's a physical wall. So he's not no more Akaberry. I thought maybe Stealth Rocks here, maybe Gyro Ball here. So I'm going to go right into Gliscor, no matter what. I'm going to Gliscor because he doesn't know what I have, and if you look at our teams, an offensive Gliscor really threatens him a lot. And I wanted to kind of give off the idea that I was offensive Gliscor. So he's got Steelix, he's got Rocks up, he is going to switch out as I kind of thought he would, and he's going to go, this is Jasmine. This is going to be his Clefable. So here's a fun fact about my 3DS that I didn't know until this moment in time. Oh, I go for Earthquake. Cool. All right, sweet. That does a formidable amount. I am a defensive Gliscor now. So now coming up here, actually, I want to be sure to pause at the right moment. You guys got to really be aware of what's happening. So I go for U-turn here. At this exact moment, the top screen of my DS turns off. There must be a wire loosing there. The game kept playing. So after I had picked the Mon to switch in, the top screen went off for maybe 45 seconds. So I had no idea what move he had picked. So I U-turn, I select Tornadus, and then my top screen just goes off. So I go into Tornadus. Obviously, there's Rocks damage, but then seeing how much the U-turn did, he's probably offensive playable as well, some kind of weird offensive set. He goes for some move that I find out now in the replay is Ice Beam. So I go down, and I don't know what he picks. I just go into Manectric. I figure, you know what, he's at low enough. I can definitely take Rocks damage. There's like 30 out of 100 rolls where I can kill him at this range. Maybe I'll even get a paralysis. So I do go for a Thunderbolt, and he lives at like 1. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? He soft boils, which means, damn, he's still back in that range. He has less HP than he had before. I'm doing just over 50%. He's at just over 50%. I fire off another Thunderbolt, and that Clefable is like a hooker in Amsterdam, baby. It's going down! So he goes into Steelix, and at that moment in time, he realizes there is nothing that he can do. Because I have Scarpocephalon, I'm going to outspeed that non-Scar Talonflame every day of the week. Today's Saturday, which is the day of the week, which means that's going to be outsped by Blacephalon. Take a metric, take on this thing, took down Clefable, it took down Steelix. He goes into Suicune, who's threatened. Yes, he's threatened. I'm gonna get this thing at just low enough where I can come in, clean it up with a little Shadow Ball. It's the weekend, baby. It's the weekend. The janitorial team is on the prowl. We're cleaning up any mess that you made over the course of the week. Manectric goes down, but it's all about the #1 pick. First round pick, Blacephalon. Didn't know what it did when I drafted it. Now I know what it does. It just fucks things in the ass all the time. Oh, it doesn't matter if it's a dog, doesn't matter if it's a bird. It's committing federal crimes, but it's doing it on behalf of the Sawsbucks, so we're okay with that. Down goes Suicune, and all that is left for Mr. 6-foot hacks for Mr. Leo is going to be his Talonflame. And his Talonflame ain't got no more Gale Wings. This ain't 7th gen, baby. This ain't 6th gen, baby. This is... You know what? It is 7th gen. I'm an idiot. Whatever. It's not a generation where I keep thinking it's 8th gen now because we saw Moltan, and then it is not 6th gen, baby. Scaling differently. We beat the Durham Druddigons. We go to 2-1. If you guys enjoyed the video, please do me a favor and leave a like and then subscribe for more. And of course, check out this awesome graphic I'm going to have as soon as my commentary is over. You know what? Let's get to it now. I'll see you guys next time. Good night.